Now we want to go to part 2 of the exponential equation, like I promised. If you go to part 1, you will see the ones I've solved so far. But now I want to look at the part 2 of it and still look at some SSC questions that has to do with exponential equation. This one says that if 9 raised to the power 2s plus 1 is equal to 81 raised to the power s minus 2 over 3 raised to the power x, find x. Now if you look at this question, you find out that the lowest base here is 3. And I'm going to make sure that these numbers 9 and 81 is going to come to base 3. That's the first thing I'm going to do. So everything here will be in base 3. And then I will now collect the powers and then find the value of x. Now let's move. From 9 raised to the power 2s plus 1 is simply the same thing as 3 raised to the power 2, open bracket, 2s plus 1 is equal to 81 is same thing as 3 raised to the power 4, open bracket, x minus 2 all over 3 raised to the power x. Now you see that everything here now is in base 3, 3, 3. So the next simple step now is for me to collect the powers, and that is where I'm going to now. Now 2 times 2s will give us 4s, 2 times 1 will give us 2. So we now have it as 4x plus 2 is equal to 4 times x is equal to 4s, 4 times 2 is equal to 4a, is equal to 8. That will give us 4x minus 8. Now notice also that this thing is dividing, and in indices, when common base divides, you subtract their powers or their indices. In other words, I'm going to subtract x, so I now have minus x. Remember, with this, the question is almost half solved. Remember that I collected the powers here, and I'm looking for x. So what do I do next? Since I have 4s here, I will now move, I will collect like terms. That is, this 4s will cross over and become minus 4x. This minus s will cross over and become plus s. And that will give me minus 8. This plus 2 will cross over and become minus 2. Now 4x minus 4s, as you know, is actually 0. So what I have left now is x. And x is equal to minus 8 minus 2 is minus 10. That's how simple this SSC question is. If you look at it initially, it may look very big, but with this platform, no question, whether it is WAEC or JAMB, as long as it's mathematics, that will not be simplified. That is why I said that the platform is for everybody. The average student, the smart student, the intelligent student, all of them. As far as it is mathematics, we make it simplified. So this thing you're looking at here, the answer is actually minus 10. Okay, another question that we'll look at today is this simple one too. 2 raised to the power x plus y equal to 16, and 4 raised to the power x minus y equal to 1 over 32. Find the value of x and y. It's also an SSC question. Like I said, as long as it is mathematics, it is made simple in this platform. Now let's look at this one and then see how simple it is. Like I said, if you look at this question, the lowest base here is 2. So everything here must end in base 2. It must be, the base must be 2. That's what I mean by 2 is that everything here I must convert it to 2 raised to power whatever it is. So it can, because of these 2 here, I'm working with 2. The other time we had 3, so I worked with 3. So I will reduce it to have the common base of 2, all of them. Okay, so let me start from this one now. You have 2 raised to power x plus y equal to 16 is same thing as 2 raised to power 4. You may ask me how, because I know that 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 2 is 16. That means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 into 4 will give us 16. And that's the first one I've done here. So you can see that they now have the same base, 2. And the same thing I am going to do here too, where I have 4 raised to power s minus y equal to 1 over 32 is same thing as 2 raised to power 2 open bracket x minus y is equal to 1 over 2 raised to power 5. You may be wondering, how do you get a 2 raised to power 5? Because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 will give us 32. Okay, for the average learners that may not be conversant with this, let me just give you an idea. If you have a number like this, I want to know the power. Just use the common base here, which is 2, to divide it. It will give you 16. 2 divide 16, 8. 2 divide 8, 4. To divide 4, 2. To divide 2, 1. Notice that you have how many 2 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this thing is something as saying 2 raised to power 5. So that's how I got 2 raised to power 5. The same way I got 2 raised to power 4 in a 16. Okay? Now, I've gotten this, but this one that is here, I can still do something because I want them to be all in a common base of 2 and on the same level. So 1 raised to the power 5 is same thing as saying 2 raised to power minus 5. If you're wondering why that happened, if you look at the part 1 of this, we discussed something like that, where we learned about the inverse rule. So this thing means 2 raised to the power minus 5 because of this 1 that is here. Okay, so with this, the whole thing is almost half solved. Like I said, if you can get to this point, you can always tackle the exponential equation. Now, what do we have here? 2, 2, 2, 2, the same base. So I can now eliminate them. I can just simply eliminate them. And what am I looking for now? I will just collect their powers. So right now what I have here now is x plus y is equal to 4. Let me now call that my equation 1. And 2 times s is 2x plus 2 times minus y is, let me remove the minus, and that is minus 2y is actually equal to minus 5. Let me now call that my equation 2. You see, we are gradually moving into what we call simultaneous equation. Now, if you look at s plus y equal to 4, there are 2 methods of solving this kind of equation. You have what you call the elimination method and the substitution method. But since I have a value here, x plus y, and the coefficient of s here is 1, so I can simply use substitution method to find this. So I will just say that only x now is equal to 4 minus y. That is plus y crossing. You can form as y. I may permit me to call it equation 3 because it will help me to come out of this simple problem. Now I found that s is equal to 4 minus y. So without much ado, I can conveniently substitute x. Substitute x in equation 2. To do that, since I know what s is, equation 2 is 2x minus 2y is equal to minus 5. So I will now replace this x with the value of s here. So what I will now have is 2, open bracket, 4 minus y minus 2y is equal to minus 5. Then 2 times 4 is actually 8. 2 times y there is 2y. Minus 2y is equal to minus 5. Okay? And then this means 8 minus 2y minus 2y will give you minus 4y is equal to minus 5. Now, selecting like terms, I will now have it that minus 4y is equal to minus 5. 8 crossing over will become minus 8. So now I have it that minus 4y is equal to minus 13. Okay? Now, since I have minus here, it's a simple mathematical rule that will simply cancel them out. And then you now divide by the coefficient of y, which is 4. And y is simply 13 over 4, or 3 whole number 1 over 4. That's the value of y. But the examiner is asking us to find the value of x and y. Now, since I've gotten y, s is a simple thing. What do I do? I can find s. I can find x by simply substituting y in my equation 3. That was why I got equation 3, to make it very easy for me to complete my solving without much long protocol. So right now, what I will have here will now be, since I have that s is equal to 4 minus y, and bet y is equal to 13 over 4. That means that x is equal to 4 minus 13 over 4. And with your calculator, which is the level you are using now for SSCE, you are permitted to calculator, it will simply give you 3 over 4. And that is the answer. Like I said, all you need to do to get the best of this is just to subscribe. Just hit that button. Hit it now. And you will be getting notifications as we continue to roll out simplified form of mathematics and other science subjects.